Nightcrawler. Wow. That's all I can really say about this movie is, wow. This movie was definitely on the top films of the year list for me. For those of you that don't know Nightcrawler, it's about Lou Briggs, down on his luck sociopath who finds out that he's really good at reporting on murders, car crashes, and all that's gory in Los Angeles. And basically this film's about him doing that. This is just an amazing, amazing film. From the minute you walk into the theater and see the opening scene of Lou stealing fencing wire and metals and assaulting a security guard, you're hooked. Jake Gyllenhaal plays the main character, and he is just this lovable but robotic and crazy sociopath of a man, and wow. This is going to be a really short video because all I can really say is, oh my god, check out this scene. Oh my god, check out this scene. This movie was fucking glorious. I'm seeing it again on Saturday, for sure. Fuck, this movie is so awesome. He then starts selling his stories to KWN, just some kind of Fox News thing. And this is the only movie that has had like a really strong anti-media message where I haven't really cared about that in a film. Basically, the videos they want are urban crime penetrating suburbia. That's the focus they're going with. And some of the earlier scenes that are good are how they edit his footage and like basically spin it. But I'm sorry, Gyllenhaal just steals the show with just the way he talks about things. Like there's this one scene where he's talking with the woman that he sells his footage to. He basically asks her out on a date in like this really awkward way. He's like, do you like Mexican food? She's like, yeah, sort of. And it's like, oh, there's this really good Mexican restaurant. It's called like Taste of Mexico. They say it's like a really good place to eat that tastes like Mexican food. She's like, you're my employer, and I'm like twice her age. She's like, oh, it's okay, we're almost on an exclusive relationship anyway, because I sell my footage to you, and besides, I like older women. Like, just this really suave, and like, it's like he's hearing past you, sort of thing. Then when they actually meet, he just, the conversation he has with her is just, it's so fucking insane and glorious. Like, he's talking about how, like, he wants something that's a little bit more like a relationship. Like, he likes being alone because he can focus on his work and can have flirtatious conversations with people. But he wants more. He wants, like, dinner like he's having now, and intimacy. And, like, when she turns him down, like, just, he's so manipulative with the way he says it. He's like, oh, you haven't stayed at a news station for more than 2 years, have you? That's because that's how long your contract lasts. And you know that I always bring you the good stuff. And that will guide you through Sweeps Week. You'll be doing fine through Sweeps Week with my stuff. But the only reason I'll keep on bringing you these tapes, I'll continue to bring these tapes if you get in a relationship with me. Like, he's so manipulative and just, I can't imitate the way he says it, but it's kind of like a straight-faced Joker or something. Like, it's just so creepy the way he says stuff. And then when he's talking to, like, the guy that he hires, like his intern and then assistant, and the way he talks to him, like he's complimenting him but also telling him to stay in his fucking place. Like, it's so, like, hilarious. Like, ugh. And in all honesty, this film did a really good job of keeping where the story could have gone off the rails and switched focus. They brought it back to its main central theme. Like, for the first middle, second half or so, there was a little bit of a clash with a fellow Nightcrawler, how he wants to recruit him, and Lou basically just told him to go fuck himself. He's like, what part of I don't want to fucking work with you don't you understand? I just want to grab you by the fucking ears and scream that in your fucking face. But he cuts the guy's brake line, and he crashes into a telephone pole and probably dies. But, like, that is basically out of the way. Like, there's no point. It doesn't show him as a villain at all. Like, that's what I like about this. Or the part in the trailer where it shows them going to a home invasion and stuff going down. That took up the last 20, 30 minutes of the movie, but it didn't really feel like it was distracting from the overall plot of it. Because what I was worried was that, oh, he's gonna take these guys down and bring justice into his own hands, or they're gonna go after, or the criminals are gonna go after them. No, it was just him doing it for his own selfish fucking reasons, and it was glorious. Like, it was amazing. Basically, he found the vehicle, and he wanted to call the police when they were in a very populated area, so the robbers and the fucking police will clash, and it'll be really good video footage. More spoilers, just because. There's a shootout, his assistant gets killed. He basically sets his assistant up to die, though, because he was like, I don't need you wussing out on me when I need you, and, like, you already threatened to take down this company once, so I just eliminated the threat, which was you. And, like, he films his fucking assistant dying, and he's so crass and cold about it. And when the police are questioning him later, he's like, he died doing what he loved. Reporting. Like, the police question him. He gets, it doesn't even say that, like, they really charge him, it's just this suspicion. So the next scene is he walks out, and it's him recruiting new people in, like, 3 separate vans, and that's where you hear the trailer line, just remember, I wouldn't ask you guys to do anything I wouldn't do myself. And then the film ends. Like, it just ends on such a high note. It was so amazing. I can't really fault this film in any way. I don't really have any complaints. Like, this was a really, really good film. If I had to maybe fault it a little bit, I felt like they could have focused a little bit more on, like, spin in news, but that's just, like, really a minor nitpick, and I do hope they make a sequel to this. Like, even if it doesn't have anything to do with Lou, like, just, like, with some more Nightcrawlers, like, it's fucking amazing. My only real complaint is that none of the characters are as interesting or well-developed as Lou. The Nightcrawler that he basically butts heads with, basically, yeah, he's a stereotype villain, but he's not even a villain in it for very long. It's like, he's like, oh, I'm here, I have different opinions than you. You're a rookie in this business. And then he fucking dies. Like, there's no fucking point in him being there. Other than that, like, yeah, his assistant is very, like, one-dimensional. The news lady really is the only one who we kind of see a little bit more of, because she seems more like a stable Lou. Like, a little bit more well-adjusted version of Lou. But, yeah, check this movie out. It's fucking amazing. So, I'm gonna take a quick break, and I'll be back with trailers. Okay, trailers. Top 5. Top 5 Imagination Game, Imitation Game, and Most Violent Year. All new trailers. I've never seen these before. Top 5. It's a Chris Rock dramedy, I think. The trailer's very ambiguous with the tone of what the movie is going to take. It looks like it's going to be like how Stardom is empty and shallow, and the people who are in it are empty and shallow, but, like, if you get out in time, you can still have a heart. Basically kind of like BoJack Horseman, but with Chris Rock in it. If I see more of it, or at least like a review, I'll probably check it out and then offer up my own opinion. Other than that, I'm probably not going to see it. The Imitation Game. Oscar bait, the movie. It's a World War II movie with Benedict Cumberbatch, and he's like trying to decipher a Nazi code, and just not my cup of tea. I love Benedict Cumberbatch in Sherlock. I loves me some Sherlock, but I loved him as Khan. And I don't know, Smaug, I guess, but that's really just a voice. It's not him. Other than that, I like him, but I don't like him enough to just watch a movie with him, even if it doesn't look that good to me. And the last one, A Most Violent Year. I think this is a mob movie. The trailer, I will admit, is the most amazing thing I've ever seen. Like, it says, this year in 1987 was the most violent year in New York, and, like, all the clips of the movie is, like, shown in different months. And, like, as the trailer goes, it just builds up to, like, some kind of epic climax. I might check it out. In all honesty, it does look interesting. It's either a hardcore family problems film or a mafia movie. I'm not quite sure which. But, yeah. And the final trailer I got was that toned-down version of The Interview. That is really a pet peeve of mine, is when I'm going into a R-rated movie or 14, whatever you fucking want to say, you don't give me toned down trailers. You just don't. That's really, really annoying. But yeah, that was Nightcrawler, and the trailers that accompanied it. Final thoughts on it: go see it. It's the best film you could probably see all year. Like, Jesus Christ, if nothing else depicts like just the corruption of the American dream, how fucked up our news is, and how violence hungry we are as human beings, this film will do it. I suggest that fucking criminology teachers, film teachers show it in the future, because it just applies to like a lot of the different subjects that in criminology. Like, this is just a really good movie. It's not like a cheap, stupid, run-of-the-mill film. And all those other sites that are just, like, shit-talking this movie, or not shit-talking, but saying, like, oh, it's alright. Jake Gyllenhaal's performance is what makes it good. No. Seriously, I think if someone else was in this role, that it would still be good, even if they didn't have the bug eyes. That was one thing I noticed about this film, is that his face is just so creepy, and his eyes, like, protrude, like, just out. I can't do it, but, like, they just... feels like his eyes are just in your personal space. Like, if it were in 3D, those fuckers would hit you in the face. Like, it is insane. His eyes in this film, it's so creepy. It might be the camera they're using, too, because I noticed on his assistant, his eyes were kind of like that, like they were penetrating into your personal space. But, yeah, go see Nightcrawler. You're not gonna be disappointed. See you next time with... I don't even fucking know what's coming out next week, but... Interstellar, I'm definitely gonna go see. Horrible Bosses, I'm definitely gonna go see. Foxcatcher, I might go see, just because I now know how it ends, because it's based on a true story. Spoiler alert, Steve Carell's character shoots fucking Mark Ruffalo. It's based on a true story, it's technically not a spoiler. Look it the fuck up. On that note, goodbye.